Okay, good morning, everyone. I am Sarah Vreda, and on behalf of my wonderful co-president, Ann Wagner, thank you for coming this morning. We have 3 action items for today. The first one is to approve the minutes from our March general meeting. May I have a motion to approve the minutes? Patty, second. Heather. All those in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. The second item is to approve the slate of nominees for our 2024-25 Executive Board. But before we vote on them, I wanted to first thank all of our board members who are rolling off this year. We don't have them all here, but I would like to just thank them for all of the time and the effort and, I mean, truly the countless hours that they've put into this job. Amy Fields, who I don't see with us here this morning, is our VP of Communications, who has been doing this job for 3 years. She really helped us bring a lot of professionalism to our website and to our communications process, and we're very grateful to her for that. Patty Zaccolillo, our trusty VP of Education, who I think has also done this job for 2 years. Okay. And has done so much and attends pretty much every single meeting that we have, and you'll see in a minute that that's a lot of meetings. And then last but not least, Stacy Harmon, our treasurer, who has just been fantastic. So thank you all for everything you've done. And now it's out with the old and in with the new. So I'd like to introduce our board for nominees for 24-25, Ann Wagner, who will continue in the role as president, and she'll be joined by Kristen Jimsky. Kristen? Julie O'Brien-Deasy, who this year served as our webmaster and secretary, is going to roll into vice president of communications. Julie is in the back taking notes today. Allie Dunlap will be replacing Patty as VP of Education. Heather Bollinger will stay as VP of Gifts and Grants. Jane Benton will stay as Vice President of Hospitality, and I don't think Jane is here. Laura Vellante will become our Assistant Treasurer. Is Laura here? Okay. And Tia Winery will be joining us as Secretary. So, may I have a motion to approve this slate of nominees for the 24-25 Executive Board? Patty? And Jessica. And all those in favor? Any opposed?
Sorry.
No. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to oppose. Thank you. The motion passes. So, before we get to our third and final action item for today, I wanted to give you a quick overview of the PFA's accomplishments for this year. As you know, we don't receive any funding from the district or the town of New Canaan, and that means we need to fundraise from our parent community, and we have an incredibly generous community. We're very thankful for that. Our annual fundraising appeal in September was a huge success. We raised $75,000, I think a little bit more than $75,000, and that means we were able to fully fund all of the activities and the programs and the events and the awards and the grants that our students and our faculty look forward to from us every year. The list of what we do is very long, so I'm not going to go through line by line and show that to you. But on the next slide, I do want to highlight just a few things. The pie chart shows you approximately how our spending is divided among all the different activities. The vast majority of what we do goes towards student activities in one shape or another. This year, we do have a couple of special projects, and we'll talk about those in just a second. But those are one-time investments, and so it will change our pie distribution a little bit, but that is, again, one-time expenses for this year. So now going to a few highlights of what we achieved this year. We funded over $19,000 in student leadership programs, awards, scholarships, and education initiatives. And that includes a lot of student clubs, student events and things like the college essay workshops that we just had for the juniors. We also funded over $19,000 in classroom grants for things like virtual reality headsets, brand new sinks for the ceramics classroom, which, did those get put in over the break? Do we know if they're installed yet?
It's not in there, so I'm not sure yet.
Okay, they're coming if they're not in already. A variety of drums. The drain pieces are installed, okay. We purchased a wide variety of drums for the band so that they can form our very own New Canaan High School marching band, which is pretty exciting. We also purchased new books for the Spanish club and a long list of many other things. We also planned and hosted 17 educational meetings for parents in coordination with our friends in the counseling department and New Canaan Cares. And that's what I said. When Patty attends a lot of meetings, she was at pretty much every one of those meetings. We also recognized our faculty and staff for the outstanding work they do for our kids with 10 special recognition days and 2 faculty luncheons. And I mentioned this before, in addition to everything that we do inside the 4 walls of this building, one of our missions is also to make enhancements outside of the building. And that comes in the form of special campus beautification projects. You may have noticed that over the break, we put up new light pole banners. Has everybody seen those? Okay. And that was one of the projects that we worked with Bill on this year. At the beginning of the year, we sat down with him and we asked him what are some projects on his wish list that he'd like us to take a look at. And the pole banners was one of those. The existing pole banners were about 8 or 9 years old. And some had just weathered so much that they had torn and we had to take them down. Others were really fading, and we thought it was time to freshen those up. So we worked together on new designs, and we've got those put up over the break. Also on Bill's wish list, was replacing the campus entrance sign. And you may have driven past the existing sign thousands of times and not really noticed that it's there. It was a gift of the class of 1998, which was very generous. It's a little too small for that space, and it's set too far back. So you really don't even notice it until Bill mentioned that this project was on his wish list. I had not noticed that there was a sign there. So we put together a subcommittee of our executive board members to flesh out some ideas and come up with some design options. And we did that over the course of a few months, and we wanted to design something that would be beautiful and long-lasting and timeless, really. And we think we've achieved that with the design that we came up with. We took inspiration from the New Canaan Library. We wanted the sign to have a consistent feel with other things in town. And we thought that was such a nice example of what people can do when we work together that we wanted to have something that looked somewhat similarly. So the new sign will be, assuming we all approve that today, will be built of natural stacked stone. It will measure about 20 feet long and 3.5 feet high. And it will be built in a gentle curve that follows the curb line of the road there at the entrance on Farm Road and Campus Drive. It will have 10-inch high architectural metal letters that match the lettering that exists on the building right now. And they'll be anodized aluminum in a clear silver finish, so they'll be reflective of lights at night as car headlights are coming up. We've already, you may have heard, this is the least well-guarded secret in New Canaan right now, that we took this project through the approvals process with the town. We've met with the Board of Education, the Town Council, the Board of Selectmen, and the Planning and Zoning Commission. They all unanimously approved it and had very nice things to say about it. So the final approval comes from you. And that's, we're here today to showcase that to you and ask for your approval. Assuming we get that today, there is a possibility we could break ground as early as next week so that this could be built in time for graduation. That's our hope. We are envisioning families standing there and taking photos together in cap and gown. And then the same thing on the first day of school as freshmen come in and are brand new to the high school. That it would be a really nice thing, very photogenic. So are there any questions about the campus entrance sign that we are proposing? No questions. Okay. May I have a motion to approve the new campus entrance sign? Amy. And second, Emily. All those in favor? Any opposed? Thank you. The motion passes. Yay. Excellent. Great. Any questions generally about the work of the PFA or projects? Nope. So if there aren't any questions, what I'd like to do is ask Bill to come up and kind of wrap it up for us. And thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Sarah. So, first of all, I just want to say thank you to all. I guess I'll be careful what words I use, but old board members and new board members coming in. You know, the work you do is really unbelievably. I can't thank you enough for everything that you do. You know, truthfully, I've said it before for anybody who hasn't heard me speak about the PFA. The PFA really is, to me, the cultural centerpiece of the school. They have created an environment for kids, I hope, that makes the school feel like home. And that's everything that we've done since really I've gotten here is really a direct result of the PFA. So whether that's tables in the hallway or outside courtyard, the banners that are up now are the ones that were before, the landscaping. You know, there's too many things really for me to even name, but it's really all a direct result of you. And it's about creating an environment for your kids where they can thrive and be happy. I believe that's the case. I think this is the best high school in the state of Connecticut. I've said it a zillion times. Nietzsche thinks so, and that we're rated #1 in their rankings. You know, truthfully, we do well across all domains here as far as a high school. We're not perfect, you know, no school is, but truthfully, in athletics, we are tremendous. We compete in pretty much every sport for state titles. Across visual and performing arts, we put on amazing performances every year. 5 shows. Our students in art win countless awards. You know, our vocal performances are amazing, and those students win numerous awards as well. You know, we are really competitive across all domains. And academically, we're really second to none. I think we are the best school in the state. I know, you know, comparatively, you could mix and match, you know, a few schools in the state each year, but it's always us. We're always there. And, you know, truthfully, this is a special place, but it starts with you. You know, the work that you guys do to make this place special for kids is awesome. And obviously, as parents, you know, the whole parent community really does a fantastic job making, you know, New Canaan High School a priority and education a priority. Not every town is like that. And truthfully, you make this school special. So, you know, it's a special thank you to all of you. Let me see if I left anything else that I wanted to say. I couldn't even touch all the things that Sarah had up there for everything that you guys do throughout the year, but it doesn't go unnoticed. And, you know, I'm thankful for it. I know our kids are thankful for everything that you guys do. And, you know, I hope you're happy to be a part of this school because I think it's a tremendously special place. So, thank you. So, thank you for everything. And if you have any questions for me about anything happening at school, I'll be glad to take it. Well, thank you very much, guys. I really do appreciate everything. I'll be here if anybody wants to chat. And like I said, for people that are coming on the board, I can't thank you enough for doing that. And for people that are leaving, thank you, especially if you've done it for 2-3 years. It's really awesome. Thank you. But thanks again, guys. I'll turn the music back on every chat. Thank you, guys.